As a metaphor, an experiment involving two separate petri dishes with two different substances. And with a small baster, applying a solution to one, the substance in one dish disperses in reaction, but when applying the same to another dish, something acidic and obviously more defined is observed. Again, as metaphor, for something that I wish to describe on the spectrum of thought and correlated sensation, in order to illustrate a point of contrasting perceptions, in what is otherwise an uneasy and ambiguous question as to what is neurophysiologically authentic about my latent libidinal stirrings. The thing about having a social filter removed is, though one may be aware contextually of what transpires on thought spectrum from its own first person, distinct from the next ambient things to the next abstraction to the next thing to pass in mind's eye, self-observed yet ambient, so on and so forth, obviously from that side, it remains only as that person's awareness. Otherwise, what is perhaps interpreted from outside, even when a little more resonant, what one is thus intuiting can be self-confirming, as these are matters of spectrum to begin with. Think about a pink elephant, and thus the mistake you made, and thus grandma in the shower or something like that. Contextually, I know this in its nature, but contextually, you yourself find a general and thus selective nature to it all as a visibility, and it's awful, especially on what is a reinforced invoking. Something said to you over and over again, until it's a conditioned self-consciousness for an inauthentic reason, like on a polygraph test, when one starts clenching. These are distinct occurrences from what is otherwise. When juxtaposed with a different question, a definitively neurological contrast, illustrating the nature of the two states, essentially, the actual function, if it wasn't near dead, of my neurophysiological nature is not prone to dilly-dallying children, but in fact, is observably prone to a more translated set of stirrings when engaging a mature form, in abstract. It is also under this pretext we can begin illustrating a confidence and an outdated validation of the gay conversion therapy.